Today, we are going to unpack an ancient secret to getting and keeping your focus in a world that seems built to steal it. And believe it or not, it comes from a Roman emperor. You'll see it's more powerful today than ever. Let's dive in.
So let me ask you, does this sound familiar? You sit down, you're ready to get something done, and bam, within minutes, it's just this full-on assault, right? Emails are pinging, notifications are popping up, and that social media feed is just calling your name. It honestly feels like you're in a constant and losing battle for your own attention.
And that's really the problem right here. On one side, you have all that digital noise of the modern world. But on the other, that's the state we're all trying to get to. What we'll call the Stoic signal. Total clarity, deep concentration, and this incredible inner calm. The big question is, how do we get from all that chaos over to that clarity? Well, to answer that, we first have to really get a handle on what this modern focus crisis is all about. And then we can explore this really powerful and honestly kind of surprising solution from the ancient world of Stoicism. I mean, the symptoms of this crisis are absolutely everywhere. It's that inability to concentrate for more than a few minutes at a time. It's that constant feeling of being mentally scattered, pulled in a million different directions. And my gosh, that persistent productivity guilt. You know that feeling, right? That sense that you should be doing more, but you just can't seem to focus. But what if the solution isn't some newfangled productivity app or another life hack? Seriously, what if the real key to mastering modern distraction was hidden away in the 2,000-year-old writings of a Roman emperor who had to deal with chaos on a scale we can't even imagine? And that brings us to our first incredible concept, straight from the emperor philosopher Marcus Aurelius himself. It's this powerful metaphor he called the inner citadel. So what on earth is an inner citadel? Okay. Imagine building an unbreachable fortress, but inside your own mind. It's this place of absolute calm and strength, a place that external events like a stressful email, a noisy coworker, some unexpected problem, they just can't get in. It is your untouchable core of focus. This quote from him just nails it perfectly. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. I mean, that's the whole game right there. We can't always control what's happening around us, but we have total power over how we see it and how we react. By turning inward, by focusing on what's actually in our control, that's where we find our strength. That's the foundation of the citadel. Okay, so once your fortress is built, you need to know how to command your forces, right? And that brings us to the next big idea, the power of deliberate attention. You know, the Stoics were pretty much the original masters of anti-multitasking, and deliberate attention is exactly what it sounds like. It's the conscious, active decision to give all of your mental energy, your full, undivided attention, to one single task. It's all about choosing to do one thing exceptionally well instead of 10 things poorly. And you can start practicing this immediately. First, be absolutely ruthless. Choose only one task, just one. Second, get rid of everything else. Close the extra tabs, silence the phone, you know the drill. And finally, work with mindful observation. Look, your mind is going to wander. That's what it does. Just gently, without judgment, guide it back to the task. It's a muscle, and you just have to train it. But hey, a strong fortress and a focused army aren't quite enough if you don't see the attack coming. So our final principle is a strategic one, preparing for distraction. The Stoics had a fancy name for this, premeditatio malorum. It literally means the premeditation of evils. Now, I know it sounds super negative, but it's not about being a pessimist. It's about being a strategist. You think ahead. You anticipate what could go wrong or what might distract you before it ever happens. That way, you're already prepared to handle it. So how does this actually work in real life? Well, before you start a big task, just take a minute and mentally walk through it. What's likely to interrupt you? A colleague popping by, a notification, your own sudden urge to check your phone. Identify those potential pitfalls and then set some boundaries. Maybe you tell your roommate, hey, I need a solid hour here. You're basically disarming the distractions before they even get a chance to go off. All right, we've covered the 3 core pillars. Now, let's put it all together into a simple daily playbook that you can literally start using tomorrow. Let's build your Stoic focus playbook. Here's how all these principles come together to create this incredibly powerful daily routine. In the morning, you use premeditatio malorum. You take a minute to anticipate the day's likely distractions. Then, during your work, you practice deliberate attention. One task and only one task at a time. And then, when the inevitable chaos of the day hits, because you know it will, you retreat to your inner citadel, responding calmly and rationally, not just reacting emotionally.
You see, these aren't just some dusty, ancient philosophical ideas. They are practical, powerful tools for navigating the modern world. They give you power over the one thing you can truly, completely control, your own mind. So the real question isn't whether it's possible, it's what kind of fortress are you going to build?